channel, Therapist Dilemmas. Today we're going to be talking to fellow therapists about going back in the office. This is a hot debate among many of my therapist friends and colleagues, and it's one that we have right here in this house. With COVID, that's obviously a difficult feat to decide. And so, when is the right time to go back in the office and begin to see clients face to face? Well, the upfront and honest answer is it's up to you. It's a personal choice. There are a few guidelines that I think would be pertinent to going into that realm and space, and we're going to talk about that today. So let's just jump into it. The first thing that I think would be important to kind of weigh those options is a good old-fashioned pros and cons list. What are the ups? What are the downs to going back in the office? You know, whether it be that you have a spacious office with a window or space within that you can have 6 feet. Do you want to go as far as having some kind of divider to protect you from your clients, or do you want to just kind of go the old-fashioned route and just wear masks during sessions? These are all different options that you have to weigh out for yourself, and a good old pros and cons list can give you that information. The next tip, or tool that I would say is useful for figuring out if this is the right step for you, is thinking about any ethical considerations. I know a lot of colleagues of mine have talked about whether it is safe to bring people into the space not knowing those activities they engage in outside of session, as well as your own. And the concerns about what if you are responsible for giving your client COVID. And so to that note, that goes into the next tool, which is determining the disclosures and COVID screeners to provide to clients at the beginning of each session. The first and foremost thing is having a disclosure that clients do sign if they would like to do in-person sessions, letting them know that you are not responsible for any, contraction of COVID when they come into your sessions, and that they are aware of taking that risk when they're coming into the person-to-person situation. The other option too is to have a COVID screener similar to those that you see in the doctor's office. We are no different. We are still treating the mind, even though that directly affects the body. And so screening your clients for COVID at the beginning of each session with those standard questions in terms of have they traveled, have they had any of the COVID symptoms, and whether they have had a temperature or a fever in the past 24 hours. Those are all things that you can do to safeguard yourself and your clients coming afterwards. I know in our office currently, other colleagues are ensuring that they do disinfectant measures to ensure that clients are coming in to a clean and sanitized room following the previous session. So those are just some of those measures that you can take and some tools to kind of navigate those tough decisions and tough spaces for yourself. Again, as I said at the beginning, it is a personal choice to make that jump and go back into the office. Everybody is different. Everybody has different life situations. Maybe they have an elderly mother staying in their home or a young child that they want to protect. So it's all going to be dependent upon you and your needs. So that's the best option I have for you. Do take what you can from this video, and I hope that it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, and bye.